I'ma take off right now from this planet. The new sound has been found, and yo, I don't know what you've been told, but I ain't gonna stop till I break the mold. You see, I'm born in the music. I wanna rise in the ceiling, yes I do. I think it's time to see a brand new menu. I said I'm born in the music. I'm born in the music. My brand new horizon, the world's in my hands and the sun's tantalizing. Grab hold of mine if you want some good time, and it's been too long and you need some unwinding. Woo! Shake it low, the new sound has been found, and yo, I don't know what you've been told, but I ain't gonna stop till I break the mold. You see, I'm born in the music. I wanna rise in the ceiling, yes I do. I think it's time to see a brand new menu. I said
the playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. The moment these NFC teams have waited for all season long. We're away in Wild Card Weekend. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
18, Pioneer. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. 19 tight. 19 tight. Buffalo 18. Hook.
Throwing to start this game. That's caught by A.J. Brown. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. On the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
70 range. 70 range. 18 run. 18 run.
From the 38. Complete out to the right. And he's going to go down right along midfield stripe. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. They run it with Saquon Barkley. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 48. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Defense looking to defend the marker on third down. Back now, pressure on its way. Taken in by Smith. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. Finally, some justice for the quarterbacks. They're so rarely protected in today's game, Brock. The refs saw roughing the passer, and his side gets a first down plus some yardage.
You take it down a notch, all right? You haven't been hit by the guys in this league. And you got to protect these poor, fragile quarterbacks. In this case, move the sticks as well.
Never a good time to rough the passer, Brock, but third down, that hurts even more. Gives him the first. He'll throw it. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Now looking to throw. He's got it near the 10. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it first and goal.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Barkley. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
8 yards to go as they get set on second and goal. Setting up a throw. He's got it. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. Well, he couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
That one splits the uprights. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. He fields it from the 8. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And they'll be looking at some decent field position. He's out of bounds up towards the 35. Ball at the 33 for first down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's on the move. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it'll be second down. motioning one of the tight ends. 2nd and 10 now. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. 16 yards on the play. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Takes the handoff, now to throw. Escapes the pocket. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And we all saw it. Flag came out just before that one fell incomplete. They may still get some big yards out of this one. Defense, no doubt, still recovering from that interference call, Brock, but they've got to buckle down here. It's 1st and goal. They'll run here following the penalty. Goes up and over for the touchdown. The Buccaneers finish off their opening drive. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do, but to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Buccaneers start off well to tie things 7-7. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. First carry of the game for the rookie out of Oklahoma. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. And holding penalty is going to make first down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. Throwing from the gun here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Hey, Kate, I think we know that the quarterback's a demanding position because not only do you have to have a clock in your head, but you've got to have a spatial awareness of where you are on the field. And once you start retreating, going backward and backward and backward, you got to just fling the ball in the stands. Otherwise, well, you take a huge negative sack like that.
Trying again, following the sack. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. So now it's going to be third and long. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything They just did.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Devontae Smith, the intended target. And that brings up 4th and long.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. 58 yards on the punt there. And the Buccaneers will get set to go on offense. New set of downs for him from the 46. To throw it on 1st down. Hits his running back. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They're set up at the 35 now. They'll throw on 1st. Taking a big shot for the end zone. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And it sets up 2nd down. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. On the move, headed right. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Putting the tight end in motion. 3rd down from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And that'll be enough for the first as they touch him down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
One quarter gone in our opening round game of the NFC postseason. Both teams neck and neck so far. We'll return to the link right after this. Ready to go with our 2nd quarter. Buccaneers with the ball and a chance to score. First down from the red zone. Completed to his running back. And as he goes out of bounds, we've got a flag on the play, likely against the defense. Well, he had a chance to pull up and avoid the hit, Brock, but we knew the outcome from the moment he decided not to and made contact. That flag came out. So roughing the passer gifts them a 1st and goal. Running it after the penalty. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Going ground game again here. And he's in for the touchdown. The Buccaneers take a 2nd quarter lead. McLaughlin attack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers break that tie and now lead by 7. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Throwing it to start this drive. He's got Smith. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Throwing now on first down. And a man is there to knock that away. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Throwing on second and 10. Finds him over the middle. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Third and just 2 to go. Throwing with a blitz on the way. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now they're left with 4th and short.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. They've got a man in motion. Now they'll throw out of the gun. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Has him on the quick hitter. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake here. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he gets him around 6 there. Brought down on the effort by Quinion Mitchell. 6 yards the pickup there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. That's caught for the first. And they get this down to the 28. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Option give here. And he runs this one down to the 22-yard line. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
2nd and 3 now. Another carry for him. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. A 5-yard gain on the play. And that's good for a Buccaneer 1st down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
It's the 2-minute warning now from the link. The Buccaneers trying to add to their lead. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. They give it to him again. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. The tight end going in motion right. Finds a man right side. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Throwing from the gun. Looking for an open man. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. This one intended for the running back. So they'll be left with 3rd and goal.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Third and long for him here. He's on the move. And they will score. It's a Tampa touchdown. The Buccaneers grow their lead just before halftime. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. To the air now on 1st and 10. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Philadelphia going to spend its second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 39. To the left and hauled in by Likely. And he's out of bounds past midfield. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's a Philadelphia first down. He's dropping back to throw. That's complete. Here's Brown. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. The Eagles decide to spend their third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. First down, ball at the 36. Still sticking with the passing game. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. All right, Brock, that was enough of a break. Back to playoff football as the second half of our wild card game gets underway. Hill now to return it. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
We send a man in motion. And quick to the left, it's caught. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum to keep that defense on its heels.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Looking for a throw here. Forced out to his right.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 48. Fits it through the middle. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. Now about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Working inside the red zone. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
They'll motion him out of the backfield. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Completed over the middle. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. Give them about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers grow the lead coming out of halftime. McLaughlin attack on the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Buccaneers stretch their lead to 21. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Keep it moving. Let's go now. 79 Broncos.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. Buys time, rolling right. They touch him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a first.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Throwing now from the gun. Able to get it to Barkley. And he takes it past midfield and starts the drive into Buccaneers territory.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 now. This finds Smith. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Good offenses, okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
He'll throw it yet again. That's into the hands of Barkley. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
From the 28. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down.
With the pressure, boy, that sped that whole play up, and it opened up a wide range of outcomes. A hurried throw almost ended up an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Back now, pressure on its way. He's got Smith. Fought off a tackle, but he lost the football. And the Buccaneers scoop it up. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Well, he was fighting off defenders, trying for the extra yards. You understand it, but might have been what cost him and opened the door for that fumble.
Okay, you and I both know this game has changed so much in our lifetimes. It's evolved in so many different ways. But I promise you, you go back to the 60s, the 70s, and many of these fumbles occur just like that. You break one tackle, you let up just a little bit, and that next guy comes home and delivers the devastating blow.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Back to the well again. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the 3rd and short.
Putting a receiver in motion. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. It's a gain of 4 there, and that's good enough for a Tampa first down.
What's that saying, Kate, about discretion? Discretion is the better part of valor. Well, decision-making for quarterbacks is so critical, and that time, excellent discretion. Protect yourself, get the first down, and live to play another day.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. We'll have him gain about a handful there. That's Baron Browning who makes the stop. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
We're down to 1 quarter before we determine our wild card winner. The Buccaneers have it and just have to close this out to continue on in the playoffs. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 31. Chased out to his right. He can run it. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Second and 6 coming up here. That's completed out to the right. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. They'll try and throw it here. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Looking for a target. Oh, he's going to run for it. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
This is one of those occasions that it looks so promising when you take off as a quarterback, and then you're reminded just how fast these defenses are in the NFL. Couldn't quite move the chains, but it wasn't for a lack of trying.
So as they face 4th down, on comes Corey Bojorquez to kick. And thankfully, he hasn't been needed until the final quarter. And it'll be touchdown a little before the 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Into the hands of Likely. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
2nd and 3 now. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
Wow, certainly found the weak spot in the coverage with that catch. Really goes to show they trust every single player, receiver, running back, in that case, tight end, to be a playmaker in this offense.
To throw it on 1st down. This finds Likely. And they make the tackle at the 38. They gain 14 on the play. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Throwing it again here. Barkley's got it. And they take him down right along the 30. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Eagles trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They are throwing it again. He completes it in traffic. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Still sticking with the passing game. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete. He's looking for A.J. Brown there. So that brings up 2nd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Second and 10 now. It's Dotson on the catch. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Desperation time here on 4th. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles get it back to within 2 possessions. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. Kicking team out to try the extra points. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles get it back to a 14-point game. So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And the Buccaneers manage to recover the football. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Netted 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
You know, gains that seem a little tougher to get against the front, gosh, this QB just makes routine. Such effortless running to pick up a handful on that designed run.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Right up the gut. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
setting up for the kneel down on third. So it's a win for the visiting Buccaneers. And you never want to count out those wild card teams once the postseason begins, right? We've seen a few go on magical runs before, and they've officially begun theirs here, fighting their way to next week's divisional round games.